All right, how was basketball yesterday?
It was good, Dad. I learned how to shoot and do layups and pass better, made some friends. It's been really fun at school, except for like 1 or 2 times where like someone comes in and they hog the ball and they kind of change the game to the way he wanted it to be played, and it just wasn't good.
And how did it make you feel?
Made me feel a bit annoyed and just a bit like aggravated, you know?
Yeah, so you recognise that feeling inside you. I think the thing there is, though, that from his perspective, you don't understand what he might have been going through at the time. You don't understand his emotions. So, for example, he might never get asked to play basketball. So he might have been excited to get the ball. You know, he might not have known what the rules were.
Yeah, okay. So, how do I see what someone's doing from their perspective and why they're doing it?
Well, and we call this empathy. Have you heard that word before? Empathy?
I have heard it, yes, I have.
You've heard it at school?
Yeah.
We've talked about it before, and empathy is a really, really important skill that we all have to develop. And Grandma used to say to me, oh, it's important that you put yourself in someone else's shoes. Now, that's still me in someone else's shoes. Mm-hmm. But it's important that we learn to understand how someone else is feeling and that we can spot some signs about how someone else is feeling.
How do I understand how someone else is feeling?
Well, the best way to find out how someone else is feeling is to ask them. Ask them if they're happy, ask them if they're angry or sad, and you know, and you'll be able to spot once you get to be good at empathy, you're able to understand when someone's not being themselves. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So they act and behave slightly differently. And quite often, and it's really important in school because someone might be upset about something that happened. They might not feel that they can keep up in class. There might be an issue with another child. Yeah, something might have happened. And I think it's really, really important that you're able to ask someone how they're feeling. And then by the same token, you should always tell people how you're feeling as well. Because they can't be empathetic towards you, or they can't understand your feelings unless you explain it to them in a way that they understand.
Cool. Yeah. This has been a good talk, Dad. It makes me understand empathy a lot more. Thank you. Can I play on the iPad now, please?
That's my pleasure, my friend. And we talked about the iPad before. It's dinner time. It's too late.
But that's not fair.
Ted, tell me how you're feeling right now.